Okay, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me take a gander on its properties. Oh yeah, that is pretty good. All right, everybody, use this time to get your snacks, drinks, use the bathroom. We'll be going on live in about 5 minutes. I hope to actually see you guys there. Wait a minute. Ah! Oh God, I forgot to turn on my avatar and my... Ah, dang it. Ah, okay. Oh, we're off for a rollicking good start. Ah. I don't know why this keeps happening. As everybody, welcome back into the Paper Plane Inn. I'm Mikata Nioi, and thank you guys for waiting for me to come back live. It is so good to actually see you guys here today. Did you guys eat well? Did you guys rested well? Did you guys have a good day at work? If not, I hope that today's stream will make your day a bit more brighter and better. Pay no attention to the certified goober moment earlier. Your stream's a little loud? Okay, I'm gonna work on that. Golem, turn down volume 2%. Thank you. Okay. Okay, oh, I'm a little loud on stream. Okay, sorry. Let me just turn that decibels down a little bit. No promises, but how is this now? Is this a little bit better, chat? Do I sound a little bit better? Okay. I think that should be a little bit better. Yeah, thank you guys for waiting for me to come live. It's just, I kinda overnapped earlier. It was so cold It was so cold when Steve and I came back. I had to basically run back into our room, get underneath the sheets because it was so cold, and next thing you know, I kinda conked out and passed out. Yeah, I am a tired innkeeper, and, I actually got myself some coffee that is right over here. I'm about almost finished with it. Okay. What's a girl like me gotta do to get more Starbucks fraps in this house? Oh, boy Splatty! Thank you so for the... thank you so very much for the sub for 9 months! Thank you! 9 months stay here and Gremlin still hasn't returned my shoes. I'll work on it. I'm just hoping she's cooperative, if you will. Oh my goodness! Bearwolf! Thank you so much for 29 months, and oh my God, we have a hype train already? I don't know what to do. I don't know how to properly feel about this. I'm surprised. Oh, okay, so we got a hype train. Yay! I am doing alright. I'm just, trying to wake up from the stupor that is called sleep. Well, I had a nap, and the nap was really nice, especially in this cold weather. But yeah, enough about that. Today's the day we're actually gonna get ourselves to work when it comes to more Patreon art, which, Patreon is my tip jar. It's also another way you can actually showcase your support, and you can actually get some rewards depending on the tiers you pledged there. And this time around, we are actually going to do ourselves an NPC. We're gonna design an NPC that I can allow people who pledge to me in Patreon I still need to figure out how am I gonna handle this NPC. Maybe I'm thinking about putting an auction out there so that people will actually grab them. I don't know. I'll burn that bridge when I get there. But this time around, yes, we are gonna be designing an NPC, a farm boy NPC. But it's the race that people had to vote for this guy. So let's go straight to the podium and we'll get to work. Okay, I am gonna undeafen myself in Discord so that way the folks will actually hear me when it's finally out. And okay, now earlier in this month, I have made myself a poll where I asked the people people on Patreon, what race would this farm boy actually be? I first opened up a suggestion board, which the people in tier 2 would actually throw in their suggestions. One of them, and we got 4 results: a halfling, a fearbolg, a warforged, and an ASMR. Oh my gosh! Courier Dan, thank you so very much! Thank you! Thank you so very much for the gifted sub! Thank you! So, yeah, and oh my gosh! Hey! We got our hype after getting the suggestions, I managed to make a poll about it, and I actually threw in there in that poll, which race would this character actually be? Okay, wait, hold on. I know I saved that image somewhere. Or did I? I did not. Okay, so... And you will not believe what the people had voted for. What the people have The people have spoken, and they tell me what race this farm boy NPC would actually be. Oh Lord, I have the same shot. Okay. And the winner for what this race this NPC farm boy is this. I have asked the people on Patreon, what should this farm boy be? And yeah, you guys are not fooling. You guys are not seeing things. We are actually gonna make this one a Warforged. I was expecting you guys to go for Fearable, like to run the joke down to the earth, but a Warforged, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. But I think I can make this work. In fact, last night, I actually went as far to work on the sketch on what this Warforged NPC would be. And so we're actually I couldn't pass up the human plot. You know what? That is fair. That is absolutely fair. Okay, so we're gonna actually work. We will pick Fearbolg next time. Okay, so without further ado, and we are gonna get to work what this Warforged NPC is going to look like, and oh boy, I could hear the Android 13 jokes coming in a mile away from this. All right, y'all ready? There he is. There's the boy. There's the big boy himself. And yes, it's not my signature style without giving him a little bit of extra here and there whatsoever. This is fine. He looks handsome. Oh, thank you. Okay. So we're gonna scale this image up for a degree. And yeah, this is what I've designed for this NPC Warforged. That's questions, death threats. Look, I've never actually drawn a Warforged before, let alone anything that's mechanical. I did as best I could to grab as much references, as much as I did my best to gather as much references and research for the in Pinterest. And despite the fact that it is filled with a lot of AI slop there, but I did manage to make the best of what I could. He is cute. Oh, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go straight away and make it. Missing your cap and forgetting a little bit more. That's a hit. It's not really Mickey's. It's not really my art without going for something a little bit curvy, or if not wide. And we are 30 seconds away from the hype train to be over. But okay, ID, and this one is supposed to be for the face. Okay, there we go. He is extra thick. He's taller. I fucking dare you. Oh goodness, gravity. Okay. Okay, that was good. That Thank you so very much for the 700 bits. Thank you. Oh, that was kind of close to the 600 strike bit. Well, no, it's way over the 600 strike bit. Goodness gracious, Mickey. Don't worry, I'm alive. That's the benefit of plushies. They hurt less than when it comes to pillows. And I want to know the worst AI being used for the art, other than, at least for the teehee moment. People are relying musky for new ones of grok for answers too much. I know, and it's kind of sad. It's kind of really sad. Okay. Now let's see. Oh, the hype train is actually a little over, but that's okay. We actually managed to make we managed to make well when it comes to the hype train, and I am so grateful that we actually have a hype train after so long. Thank you. Okay, I think I'm gonna make this guy's eye a little bit on the rounder end. Sad and pathetic? Well, I mean, look, I am happy with. Yeah, would it be nice if I asked more? Yeah, but, well, I'm just happy with what I got, and, oh no. Yeah, oh dear. Oh gods, okay. Oh gods, not again, every time. Oh. I took anti-allergens earlier today. Why are you still persistent? Ugh. I'm alright. I'm okay. Is your NPC from a campaign you're in? Oh, you mean this guy? No. I think if anything, he's an NPC I can imagine some people actually make use of for their games, if you will. Cause yeah, I am thinking that once this NPC is finally done, I could actually put him up into I can actually put him up into I can actually put him up to an auction, so that way anyone can actually bid and actually take him home, if you will. An adoptable of sorts. I still need to figure out how to make that thing work, or I could just actually put him up in my Patreon, and those who pledge to me in Patreon could actually just grab him easily then and there. It's a new system that I'm still trying to figure things out, because yeah, I like designing the NPCs. I like designing characters, and I actually like what people would suggest. And do you need anti-allergens, Mickey? That's the thing. I took anti-allergens earlier this morning. I just don't know why I decided to persist a little bit longer than it should. Maybe there's something in the air in my office that definitely needs a dusting. Okay, so we're gonna actually make this guy work. When designing this farm boy NPC, I was on the fence on how I'm actually gonna make his hat work. Let's see. No, that's his clothes. Okay, sheesh. Okay. Now, put him back, honey. Okay. I'm on the fence in making it a felt hat when it comes to him, or should I actually keep a mesh hat instead? Let me bring this back up to the class. Okay, newspaper boy hat, or felt or baseball cap here. I don't know which one would actually looks best on him. Looks good on him the best. Or the air is dry. Dry air can affect your nose. If that were to be the case, how come it's a little bit on the drippy end? Yeah, what setting would this boy be in, and what time? What? I know that this one is for D&D, and anyone can actually make use of him for what for what it need be. But it's just that when I just decided to put the trucker hat on him because it does actually look nice on him. I could put in the cowboy hat on his on him instead. Let's see. I still wear the flat cap these days. Okay, nice. Hope you feel better for the trip. I hope so too, because Steven, for those who do need a refresher, one more time, I'm also going to make an announcement there too. Steve and I are going to be gone for the majority of December to early March. For the sake of we're gonna go out of town so we can actually celebrate our anniversary, and we're actually gonna be heading out of state for this time around, and actually had fun in New Orleans. Something that I never actually, a state and a place that I've never been to before, and I actually am excited on the prospect. December to early March. I meant February to early March. Ah, dear. I'm sorry. I meant February to early March. The majority of February to early March. Yep. Okay. Look, it's, I think my brain is still trying its best to wake up. Okay, so we're gonna have to, we speaking last year, we speaking to last year, Mickey. If you find a place that serves gator smoked or just Cajun style meat, try if you want. It's good meat. Oh, this year, be warned, it's gonna be a 3-month hiatus. But yeah, Steve and I are gonna be gone during that time period, and and the thing is, we're kind of going in a little bit blind. So anyone who is familiar when it comes to New Orleans or Louisiana, I welcome any knowledge, if you will. Something that Steve and I would actually love to actually see and do while we're there when it comes to the food, especially when it comes to food, because Steve and I, the one thing that made us click the most is that we're foodies, and we actually love to know what places that are good food and places that are actually offers because we like if we like places that actually offers good food, but we also like to know what's the grocery rates there, because we also like to make our food, if you will. And plus it also helps save a little bit of the money. They have beignets, a type of pastry, and gumbo, I think. That is true, and also jambalaya as well. But I'm also talking about, like, restaurant joints, and also, places to go and visit. Because this is gonna be my first time being there, and Steve, this is like his second time, I think. So we want to know what to expect, what to actually look forward to. Because, yeah, I've never been to this place before, so a little bit of help would do immensely. Okay. Now, he's gonna have to wear a scarf. It's a mild flavor to me, like chicken, but my buddy says quail to him, and it's a little fishy. Oh, regarding into gator meat. You know, this is not the first time I actually had gator. I find the flavor actually pretty okay. It really does taste like chicken to me. The first time I actually had gator was during my first time visiting this place, when before Steve and I actually moved in together, where there's this one special restaurant that is that is a Cajun style restaurant that his grandmother and his family would actually go to every now and then. And it's actually pretty homey, pretty beautiful too. And I actually did like the taste of gator. I also did love their jambalaya too, and it was absolutely divine, at least to me. Sure, it's the sausage when you're not sure, the sausage is prepared differently, but it's still delicious. Let's see. But sadly, that restaurant unfortunately closed down around earlier this year, and late last year. And Steve and I are absolutely devastated because ever since what happened to his granny, who had to go to what's essentially a care home, if you will, Steve and I had agreed that every summer and winter we would actually visit that restaurant in honor of her and also make good memories. But yeah, unfortunately, that place had eventually closed down, and oh, it breaks our hearts since. So I'm hoping that maybe, just maybe, there's a restaurant there that actually would have a similar magic. I hope. I really hope. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, thank you. We'll be okay. It's just that it's one of those restaurants that, see, it's gonna that holds a very near and dear place in our hearts that we'll forever miss. But we'll be okay. I'm sure that there will be something else that would take its place one day. Who knows? Okay. Now then, I hope that I actually did well when it comes to designing this Warforge, because metal details plus Mickey is a tricky relationship that we're trying our best to make it work, because I didn't have much experience when it comes to drawing out when it comes to the metal defining parts, nor do I actually have because most of the time I always draw humanoid characters that are a little bit easier to draw, like humans, elves, human elves and whatnot. But I never had proper time to actually put my hand and sink my teeth into drawing out mechanical parts. What's his name gonna be? I honestly don't know, because considering the fact that this is an NPC that the DM and the player would actually put their mind into him, if you will. They are free to actually give him a personality, give him quirks, give him traits, if you will, and also giving him a name. You should check the French Quarters. I heard that there's a voodoo museum. Really? I think I'll actually give that thing a shot. Make some fun name of letters and numbers like Ba. Sure, that is one of them. I also like the idea that for why the reason he is like this is that the creator behind this Warforge, if you will, has two things in mind when it comes to his design. One, to actually help out a little bit more to the agricultural work, and two, to make this one a little bit more approachable when it comes to the farmers, especially when it comes to helping said farmers. And I think I actually did a little bit well on this one. I don't know, but what do you guys think? Let's see. I was gonna suggest Ripley's Believe It or Not in New Orleans, but I believe it's unfortunately closed. Oh dear. You know, there is one actually here in Texas that Steve and I are living in. In fact, it's about I say about an hour's drive from here, from where Steve and I live. So I think so I guess that's... But I had a feeling that this one would have been a little bit more different than the one that's currently here. Who knows? If you're on Bourbon Street, just stay out of the way of the hearse that promotes spirits of Bourbon Restaurant. Okay? Is that a good thing? Is it that bad? Each one has so many different exhibits. I had a feeling that this one would also have its own unique spin, because no two places have not ever. I had a feeling that maybe just maybe each Ripley's, believe it or not, is different from the other. Okay, so I think that looks okay when it comes to his and we're gonna give him a suspenders because, yep. But still keep in line when it comes to, yep. But what are the odds that there's gonna be a lot of folk out there who would actually, say would when it comes to this? I don't know. What? Okay. Let me also draw out the cable hairs right here. It is on the one Grand Prayer, because I have passed through that one before. Maybe get yourself a voodoo hubsy wubsy. Maybe. But there's one thing I really am upset though when it comes to this potential trip. It's just that Steve and I were gonna be gone right before Mardi Gras fully hits. And that's upsetting because I actually would love to see Mardi Gras, you know? If only the circumstances would actually allow me to actually experience that particular holiday. Is it really that much of a bad thing when it comes to Mardi Gras? Is it? Okay. Let's see. We're gonna have to draw out his suspenders right there. Yes, because that's where it kind of extends. In fact, I know another one in San Antonio, right by the Wax Museum. Ah! Interesting. Let's see. I know a few of the haunted places in New Orleans as a family down there tell stories, like La Laurel Mansion. Long history of murder and other things there. How badly haunted are we actually talking here? Are we talking like, it's a place you do not want to go there no matter how tempting it is, or... Okay. Let me go ahead and actually, I think I really went a little bit too ham when it comes to this eye candy, have I? Because I had a feeling that might have been the case. Time for me to get back to work. Have fun, Mickey. You have a good day at work, Keyblade Mistress. Thank you for coming. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and work our way here. Well, you have to be at the Clown Hotel. That place is a hot zone for haunted spirits. Oh dear, I had a feeling that a lot of people who are sensitive to souls and spirits might Wait a minute, why is it called the Clown Hotel? Now that is enough to actually raise several questions. I'm sorry. The mansion is claimed to be among the most haunted, possibly a void. Some say the French Quarter is also haunted, but not in a bad way. Wait a minute. I wonder if New Orleans is an inspiration to Savage's game when it comes to Mordant. I'm gonna have to ask my DM on this one. Okay, so let me go ahead and see if I can actually, I'm gonna have to make that axe, I'm definitely gonna make that axe in a different layer for sure. But yeah, I kind of like this idea that everyone, I kind of like how this is slowly coming together when it comes to, people asking me what characters I should actually draw out when it comes to D&D down to NPCs, cause I had a feeling that there's some folks out there who want to have this in their table, but and I'm willing to offer that possibility. So yeah. Huh. Okay, so actually we're just gonna were you a DM before Mikoto or now? If so, how was it? That is a thing. I tried my hand in doing DMing, but I then realized that there's a whole lot of work that comes to being a DM, if you will. Especially when it comes to consideration on how people's characters are going to react differently. I tried making notes, but there's so much hard work that comes into consideration. Yeah, and I just realized that maybe I won't be a good cut as a DM. So I had to I think I think I'm much more suited as a player than a DM, because some people can pull it off, some don't. And frankly, I just want to avoid the same mistake. I want to avoid the same pitfalls and mistake when it comes to Alabaster's bullshit. And boy howdy, he got crushed under the weight of being a DM and storyteller really hard on that one. I want to avoid the same mistakes that he made, and in that I actually realized that I probably will not be a good cut as a DM. So hence why I kind of yeah, I kind of just that, and also yeah, I will not be as a good DM. Not sure if I do well in full new campaign, but modules I do fight well enough. You really have. I just hope that I don't give too much grief when it comes to my characters. That's all. Okay. Now let's see. I played 3 one-shots this year. Hope for more and even a campaign someday. Would love to throw one of my D&D characters at you. Really now? I'd like to actually see what particular character you have in mind, cause I really am kind of curious. Cause I'm a person who wants to be a little bit more compromising, a little bit more so long as there's proper communication and respect that is in the table, I think I could see something work. You only get a name if that's okay. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. I can lay it on me. Okay. Cause I mean, it's no secret that I am a person that when it comes to D&D, I pretty much pay attention more to the roleplay aspect rather than when I play. I think of the three core elements when it comes to a TTRPG table. There's like exploration, roleplay, and combat. I lean heavily towards more to when it comes to the roleplay aspect, and especially when it comes to see how my characters interact, and yeah, especially when it comes to the shipping scene, if you will, because I'm a romantic. That is something I am honest with since the dawn of my since as long as I can remember. Yeah. But I know that everyone is different when it comes to how they want to pair their characters up with another. But as long as there's proper respect, communication, and also a lot of communication, I'm sure there is something that could possibly work. I'm working on my second D&D character that is a needle feltling, a tiefling wizard. Oh, nice! Even shipping a certain blue dragon. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What? Dork, the orc sork of Gork and Mork. Oh, hey! Nice! I am working. Okay, I already read that. Gork and Mork, depending on the lore, are the two-headed brute that sometimes splits into two to fight each other. Wait, depending on the lore? I mean, there's other versions of that? There's other versions of that when it comes to Warhammer 40k? Okay, so I think I'll do the detailing about that a little bit later down the line. Let's see. Yeah, we're definitely gonna give this guy suspenders, overalls. Yeah, I think they're called overalls. Okay. I would give him suspenders to actually showcase a little bit more when it comes to his beef, but Steve did say that overalls might be a much more ideal chance for him, but he still has some of the equipment kind of shown out there. I don't know if it's the right word for the job, but it kind of is. We call them pants, Mickey. I mean, yeah. One's brutal but cunning, the other one's cunning but brutal. In the age of 40k, he usually has two beings. In the age of Sigmar, they say he is two-headed and can't separate at times to fight like brothers. Huh. Equipment, she says. Don't look at me like that. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and continue more of this. Okay. Now, let's make his pants a little bit on the baggier end, because he is wearing overalls. You started it. Okay, you know what? That's fair. That is entirely fair. Okay, so... let's see. Equipment said as we look below the belt. That kind of equipment! I mean, I'm trying to work on the pants in here, but sheesh! Sheesh! Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and read chat some more. Mickey have one other suggestion, if possibly odd museums. There's a pharmacy museum in New Orleans. A pharmacy museum? Yeah. Okay. Can you actually elaborate this a little bit more? Because that's something that actually piqued my interest. Okay. If Twitch allows gifts, I totally show off the hee-hee gift. Oh, absolutely. Okay, so... I had a feeling that Twitch is good in one places, but lacking in some other places. But what can you possibly do? Let's see. gonna make this guy's feet a little bit on the bare end, considering the fact that he, the concept of shoes like that is not really, warranted or needed. I don't know. I mean, he is a Warforged built for, he built when it comes to the heavy work and a lot, and also is approachable when it comes to farmers and in terms of cooperation and the like. After that, it could be whatever the DM wants this farm boy to actually be, because he is basically a blank canvas for whatever the DM would do for their table. Would he be something related to the plot? Will he be something that be tied to a character's backstory, or something that, when it comes to romance ties, I don't know. It's only they could actually fill in the blanks on that. I'm just trying to provide where I could. I'm gonna watch Captain America: Brave New World for the 4th time, and I really did enjoy that movie. Hey, that's good. Hope you actually had a good time in the theaters. Oh, I got myself a care package. Might as well go ahead and do that before I forget. Okay. Woo! That's a nice crick in my neck. Also, while I'm at it, let me actually finish up this coffee. And remember, it's important to stretch every now and then. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and start working on... Hope they're okay to ask, but did you have a D&D characters outside of your campaign's one-shot? If so, any tips? When it comes to creating characters for one-shots, don't think a little bit too hard when it comes to their backstory and the plot. Sometimes you can make them... It's important to make characters that is on the simpler end. And there's an ad break, so let me go ahead and actually do that. Okay, so... Yeah, I think it is kind of important that... Oh, what a lovely way to be in an ad break. There we go. Okay. I think it is important that when it comes to one-shot characters, it is a good opportunity to try out making characters that are on the experimental end or something on the goofier end. Like, if you recognize that your playstyle has always been making characters that is on the serious end, this one-shots are basically a perfect opportunity to make goofy and basic characters, if you will. Okay. For me, yeah, I think one-shots is basically the time where, I meant outside one-shots too. Oh, okay. So, are we talking about, characters that are, campaign-focused ones? Because if that were to be the case, it could be just about any character that actually, it could be just about any character that you have in mind. Yeah. Let's see. I meant for fun free time. Again, it could be just about any other character that you had in mind. Making one without being in a campaign and one-shot if I can't find one. That's exactly what I meant, Melanie. That's exactly what I meant. Or at least, maybe that's, I may have mistaken that. Okay. Okay, so without further ado, it's a museum that started back in 1950, where they found where they house artifacts and resources on pharmacy and medicine from the 19th century to early mid 20th century. It's in the French Quarter, set in a Creole townhouse, and belongs to Dr. Defilio Jr., which is the same way the first licensed U.S. pharmacist until 1855. You know what? As someone who's doing research for blood and ichor, and we're talking about medicine equipment, pharmacy and medicine equipment that is from the from the 19th century and early mid 20th century, I welcome it. I definitely welcome it. And the ad break is over, so let's continue back to this. Because yeah, the reason why I this piqued my interest a lot is that I am thinking about. I think I have an idea in mind on when it comes to the setting of Blood and Ichor. It takes place on. Its time period takes place that is similar akin to the late Victorian era and early Edwardian era, if you will, and for those who are not familiar, think the late 1800s, ideally about 1880s to 1890s, and earlier Edwardian is like the 1900s and 1910s. That is what's there's something to actually put your that let that that actually helps put a frame of reference in terms of time periods. And yeah, I actually want to do some I'm doing research on that and those particular time periods, because I envisioned that's a time period that I envisioned Blood and Ichor would actually be based on. Hello, Ice Drake. I'm doing all right. We are currently drawing this NPC that is for a D&D campaign, or any other, or Pathfinder, whatever floats their boat. And I decided, the people on Patreon voted this guy to be a Warforge, so we're basically doing that. So we're gonna go ahead and work on this. I'm not missing any other places, am I? Oh, right, his other foot and his other arm that contains the axe, and as well as his head, because he's currently wearing a baseball cap, which it's either that or a flat cap. I don't know. What screams farm boy hat to you guys? May he ask you a question. That's a good one. Could see you be using about any setting, especially as an NPC. Exactly. And those who pledged him, I still am trying to figure out where what's gonna be after this. After he's done making, like, should I mean, initially I want to put him into an auction, so that way anybody can make use of him. But I'm also thinking that maybe, just maybe, that people who pledge to Patreon will actually grab this NPC and put them into their campaigns, if they will. The conundrum is there. I need to figure that thing out properly. Because now that I actually put him into paper, the initial idea of putting him into an auction kind of, yeah. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and do that there. But last night, but you know, chat, a bit of a fun thought. The other night when I was working on the Violet and Loki Patreon piece, I was listening to Internet Historian's video when it comes to Area 51. And I'm sure that you guys who are very familiar with back when it was in the news of the day know what I'm talking about. And this is coming from somebody who is part of Savage's Isekai campaign. I did ask this question to the group, and I'm also gonna ask this one here. Can you imagine that if someone plays as a soldier / scientist that works in Area 51 that got isekai'd into a D&D campaign? Because I can imagine that would be very hilarious. I saw the drawing. The drawing is beautiful, and they look so cute. I know, right? I'm actually surprised at the reception that came with it. Okay, let's not forget about the foot. Let's see. Oh boy, Area 51. That's a story around a long time, way before silly things like the Naruto run towards it. I know. I know, right? But I will say this: the video, when it comes to the internet historians about that, is incredibly funny. It really is. Okay, we're gonna have to settle this thing once and for all, chat. We have to. Otherwise, we will not. We need to settle this thing once and for all. Okay, so let me go ahead and, cause we need to figure out which hat suits him the best. Okay. It's either Dave!
Hello.
Hi!
Yes, I just got off my work.
Well,
How are you doing?
I'm doing alright. I'm entertaining chat where I could by talking about the NPC that I'm making, talking about what should we actually what places Steve and I would actually go to when we go to New Orleans, and yeah. So yeah, okay guys. And now we're about to make a poll. What would his hat be? Trucker hat or flat hat cap? Okay, guys, we're gonna make this poll once and for all because I am trying to ink this hat and I don't know which one suits the bill for him. So, are we gonna go for the trucker hat or should we actually go for the flat cap? So, okay, we got one vote for the trucker hat already. I knew that there's going to be a strong possibility that the Android 13 jokes are coming in a mile away. But yes, make sure you guys cast your vote in the poll right now because after that, once the poll is finally closed up, that's where we're gonna I'm gonna continue inking where I am. I gotta go, but have fun with the stream. Thanks for the help. It was a typo, which is why I sort more. Sorry for that. I've upset you. I never meant to. That's okay. That's okay. I hope you actually had a good day. Could also be a cowboy if time period calls for it. If in Britain flat caps are kind of common. Okay, we also got another vote when it comes to the flat cap. Okay.
That makes sense.
I mean, it's either that or the trucker hat or, well, if time permits, I could draw in when it comes to the baseball. I could draw in when it comes to the cowboy hat, but sadly, time doesn't really permit. Okay, we're gonna be closing up very much soon. We need a tiebreaker, chat. We definitely need a tiebreaker. Hope you actually get to. Okay, that's 2 votes now for the trucker hat. Yep, I had a feeling the trucker hat's gonna win for this one. And the poll is closed. Yep, that's 4 votes for the trucker hat. And I can... sorry, I didn't realize there was an actual poll that was up. That's okay. That's okay. So, yeah, we're definitely gonna go for the trucker hat. Yep. Yep. Oh, sheesh. Okay. So, yeah, let's see. It's not really my signature style without making the characters if you're female very much in the curvy end. If you're male, very much in the shit brick house kind of end. Is it? Do I have a problem?
I don't think problem would be a fair way to describe it. I will describe it as a preference.
You know what? I'll take it. Let's see. So, people vote for the trucker hat. The trucker hat shall be. And I can hear Android 13, I can hear Android 13's, at least the abridged version coming in a mile away.
Yes.
But I will say this, though. Would you believe me that I actually did see the Android 13 movie long ago when I was a youngin', but the dub, though, was absolute asinine and terra bad. I was not exposed to the southern drawl, Android 13. No, the one I was talking about, the dub was atrociously bad.
What did you get a different language dub?
No, it is an English dub, but the voice actors don't even know what they're doing. They can't voice act from their left elbow to their right knee.
Oof.
I think they gave Goku's voice. I think if my memory serves right, they gave Goku's voice in that dub the most, what's the proper way to actually describe this? He sounds like he's... Honey, why? Just hit it below the belt!
Oh dear.
Thanks for the head pat. Thank you. But yes, how do I describe this? Goku's voice in that particular dub is like he sounds like he has Down syndrome. I'm sorry, but that's the best way to actually describe it.
Oof.
Even in fact, a good majority of them sound really sound like they had Down syndrome. And Vegeta, oh Vegeta, look how they massacred my boy. He had the scratchiest high-pitched voice in that dub. It is so bad, Dave. It is incredibly bad.
Like Scouter and his power level bad.
Yes.
I say that is still very much a treasured. That is very much a treasured thing in Dragon Ball.
I just wish, I think if anything, I found the actual clip when it comes to what Android 13 sounds like when it comes to a proper English dub, and made me realize, why wasn't I exposed to this one when I was a tyke? Why did I get the short end of the stick?
Oh dearie.
That meme will be treasured forever. You mean like the one where he says, "Don't lecture me with your $30 haircut"? Oh yeah, 100%. Okay. But let's see. I think he is, I'm alright. Okay, I think he looks pretty okay. Now I just need to, turn off the body and the axe. Okay, I need to...
Sounds like you want to make him go clang clang.
What are you talking about? I'm fine! There we go. I need to actually turn that thing off just so I could actually see the other hand. Oh, it's over 9,000. Yeah, that one too.
Yes, that ocean dub is legendary. For me, the best thing was in Super, in the English dub, during one particular scene where Vegeta basically encounters a body double. The body double has that guy who did that line as the voice actor. Which is what makes it, honestly, it's an incredible homage to that older dub.
Man, I would give anything just so I can see Scott McNeil again. He actually is a nice dude.
Hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, we're now at a point where a lot of our favorite voice actors are either retired or passed on.
I know, and that kind of hurts.
Yeah, I know Cell's voice actor passed away a while ago as well.
Man. Okay, so it's gonna be hard for the newer generation to try, but I'm certain that they could actually make it work, right?
Well, I mean, they're all going to be watching Kai and Super, so I don't know about that. For me, despite what happened to Funimation in the decades to follow, the Funimation dub from Z will always be firmly planted in my heart.
Fair enough, I suppose. To each their own. Let's see. Forget how the dub was itself, but the Tree of Might is considered bad because too many its ending was rushed and it just didn't feel right.
Yeah, well, to be fair, the Tree of Might, as far as that story, which, to be fair, it's a different story to what we were doing, which was, I think, the androids in Saga, which Tree of Might involves a completely new Saiyan by the name of Turles, who has the exact same style as Goku, coming to Earth, and then planting this tree, which literally saps the life out of the planet. Then proceeding to eat the fruit in order to gain strength. I don't remember. Oh, I remember. Goku ends up concentrating on the fruit either to tap into its power or to use it for a spirit bomb in the end.
I think one way we could actually figure that thing out is watching the abridged version that Team 4-Star did and see where it goes from there.
I suppose that's true.
Yep. Alright, so let's see. Where am I going to? Okay, big boy. We need to, okay, you know what? No. As much as it's a fun idea to do this in one layer for the axe, I am not gonna risk it for a biscuit. I am gonna do that axe in a different layer. So that way, in case if I did something wrong, I don't have a stroke in trying to work around when it comes to the other layer art. No. And speaking of having a stroke, somewhere down the line, I am definitely going to work on Violet's new look. Because it's kind of tradition when it comes to Violet that every 2 to 3 islands she get herself a new look. And it has been 2 years since she has her red look. And 2 years is enough to say, wow, I really went overboard when it comes to this. So, I'm gonna try to figure out a new look for her that is fashionable, yet at the same time easy to draw.
Because I don't want my friends or fan artists to actually have a stroke when it comes to Violet's new look. Compared to the red look, if you will.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Violet's new clothes.
Oh, yeah. What? Oh. Okay.
The Emperor's new clothes reference.
Okay, so let's see.
Well, I suppose in her case it would technically be Empress.
Not really. Dom is firmly Dom squarely firmly puts her into the Wait a minute. Ah, she.
Something wrong.
Oh, you know, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just that I kind of use a different brush layer instead of what I'm supposed to go for. But anyways, don't worry. It's a fix. 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 It's a fix.
You
Easy
can
fix.
make this work.
Yes, I can make this work. I can. Why is that a properly go-to slogan when it comes to my stream? That. Is that gonna be a shirt design? Is that gonna be a shirt design where it comes to an anxious, when it comes to a flustered, anxious Nui with the logo above it that says "I can make this work"?
Depends how say so you want to make the joke.
Yeah. You know what? That is actually, you know what? That's what makes and breaks at the end of the day. That's fair. But I wouldn't mind actually making merch of my merch of my own brand. I just don't know where to actually begin.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Let's see. I think that looks pretty good in terms of the axe handle, if you will, because we are talking about a big boy when it comes to when it comes to his handiwork. Would this be enough to make people actually turn their heads?
Probably yes.
Giving people ideas? I mean, has that stopped people before? I mean, yes. Yes, the answer is yes. Okay. But yeah, I definitely need to figure out certain quips and certain iconic things and bunch that's very much merch worthy. Well, I know for sure that there will be a butt ton of people out there who definitely would love to have House Gremlin merch. For sure. And you know what? That's okay. But I also need to make some proper Nui merch too. I am a lumberjack and I'm okay. Could possibly do a Paul Bunyan proud, even if shorter. Okay, so let's also start making the axe head. House Gremlin merch does sound nice. I mean, I know for sure that her head is definitely sticker worthy for sure. Or the iconic pose and the iconic head are definitely sticker worthy. Okay, so alright, that seems pretty good. Alright, that seems pretty good. So let's go ahead and start on working with the alright, let's start working when it comes to fixing up the line art. Okay. Let's go ahead and fix that. Let's go ahead and fix that. Oh no. Oh
bless you.
dear. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, oh no.
We could probably get you a mute button for that.
I'm sorry. Oh, I am so sorry. Oh. I did not make people sound grossed out or blow their ears out whenever I sneezed. Okay. And besides, whatever this guy's name would be, that's up for the DM's discretion of how they actually, flavor it. Let's see. But I will admit, I actually do like these streams where I designed NPCs that is based on what the people voted for Patreon. It's not bad at all. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start cleaning up the line art. Okay. But yeah, let's see. Aside from when it comes to Cajun food, restaurant and establishments that is there to see, I think Steve and I would most likely try our best to avoid going to the haunted mansions and buildings and whatnot. Maybe it's for the sake of keeping ourselves safe, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
But I won't lie though, it would make good research. The lengths I actually go to when it comes to research for the sake of storytelling and character designing, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Now then, I think I have an idea for what would the next time I would ask to vote for what will be for the next month's NPC character design lineup. I'm on the fence in making the next NPC character design lineup would be either a soldier, a shopkeeper, or a noble, if you will. Maybe that's something I'll actually schedule in Patreon soon for to prepare for next month's character design. Because the idea that I'm making NPCs for the sake of character design, for the sake of DMs out there, is a role that I wouldn't mind. Is a role I would happily agree to do. See how he's coming along? Why do I feel like he would fit in a Transformers D&D campaign? Wait, really? You think that's possible, Resopalinite? Cause he is a Warforge, and one that would actually make people turn their heads. But I liked the idea that the reason he's like this, and I'm gonna be like a broken record, but it's better. But I like to do this until the cows come home. He's designed like this for two purposes. One, to actually have enough power when it comes to have enough muscle power-ish when it comes to agricultural work, and two, be a lot more approachable when it comes to the other farmers out there who be a lot more approachable when it comes to the other farmers. And I think it did really work. Okay, let's see. Yes? Okay. You know what? That is absolutely fair. Because this is my first time drawing a Warforge, if you will. Not in a traditional sense, but still a Warforge.
And to be fair, you're doing a really good job.
Aw, thank you, thank you. Mechas are still something that I still have. I'm struggling to do because initially, when it comes to his design, I want to give him a little bit more of a steampunk kind of finish.
That's
Cause
fair.
when it comes to designing Blood and Ichor, I have been toying with the idea on, well, considering the fact it's a story that takes place in the late Victorians and early Edwardian period, that steampunk is most likely going to be involved. Because in a setting where the Fae are pretty much gone and the magic is slowly disappearing alongside it, what better way to showcase that humanity's progress is by actually expanding a little bit more when it comes to technology? And I'm doing that by the power of steampunk. The thing is,
By the wonders of technology.
Oh, hi, Bio. What's good?
Hey, I'm alright. I'm good. I just having my morning coffee. Woke up. Yeah, I was gonna say, since Blood and Ichor is in a steampunk-esque, setting, magic is gone. I mean, but the trade-off is that you have the wonders of technology.
Well, magic is not 100% gone. Cause by the time that Anissa finally reveals her, by the time it's revealed that Anissa is half Fae and is prized because she has Ichor, Fae, little by little, Fae are starting to come back to the picture because the Fae who are caught in the middle when it comes to the Age of Blood, that is when the vampires actually become very rampant and basically became a thorn in the side of both humans and Fae. The Fae ended up having to go into hiding as a result, and no one has properly seen Fae for the past hundreds of years, save for maybe a few who actually seen them every now and then, but they would still go into hiding.
And
And
that
then,
shit is.
sorry.
That's all right. It's just interesting, like, to see that, like, despite all that, like, vampires and fays are a thing, and probably maybe like the last, like, mythical, like, elements to the world, or at least very few. I'm not sure.
Hence why I actually brought that thing up, that I'm toying with the idea that making the setting of Blood and Ichor, that where there's kind of steampunk elements that's coming into the play, cause steampunk has been kind of a thing. The reason why steampunk is a thing, because that's what the people back in that time period thought that's where technology is going to be going at. If only they knew.
Oh, if only they knew.
But I think, if anything, I can understand the wonders and I can understand the wonders when it comes to steampunk progression.
Yeah, you could just have all the stuff that's almost like, just reminiscent of, like, turn of the century inventions, like automobiles or like, what is it? Telephones? That's a new invention.
Let's see. Right now we are but that's something I'll have to figure out at another time, especially since, well, Miki has yet to actually put her hand to practice when it comes to steampunk, if you will.
Yeah, that is a whole different basket that you haven't stuck your hand in.
No, and I'm worried that I might get my hands caught in the gears for it.
Yeah, you know what? It's worth it.
I hope so. I really hope so, because I am a creative and I like to actually sink my teeth into when it comes to storytelling and make Blood and Ichor a little bit unique as possible.
And you know me, I'm a sucker for usually sci-fi stuff, but also robotics and technology.
Yee. I lean heavily more when it comes to the fantasy elements.
Yeah. So like magic tech, because in what was it, Final Fantasy 14, there is like fantasy stuff in it, but there's also technology that is powered by like ether. So it's generally in that it's called magic tech. So maybe Blooded Ichor has something similar to magic tech.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just like I'm just only like going off by like the lore of FF14, Garlean Empire, and all that stuff. Just because they are prominently like the most modern and the most racist.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But I guess that's something, man, that's gonna be very unavoidable, isn't it? It's like a very neon pink elephant in the room.
Look, yeah, or a steampunk automaton elephant, if you will.
That is... Okay, let's still continue making... But I guess that's gonna be, another research for another time. Cause, yeah, I tried wondering if I could put in some steampunk elements onto this guy, hence why he's got, some tubes that are sticking out on his, shoulders that's there.
You know, funny enough, I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk 2027 lately. Like, I'm just about finished with the Phantom Liberty campaign.
Yeah?
It was really, like, by the way, it's very good. Like, it's very good. And it just, the aesthetics, like, here kind of remind me of that. Just having bits of, like, machinery integrated with the body, just, like, you know, gradual and stuff. It just kind of reminded me of that. Like, a very steampunk version of Cyberpunk 2077.
Huh.
Hmm.
Okay, let's make the detailings here. But what do you think of this one so far, chat? He is slowly coming together. Slowly.
That's it. Just give him a chunk of coal to chew on, and he'll be steaming. Well, that's what I assume. Like people who have like integrated like steampunk, who are steampunk cyborgs. I'm assuming that like the way they would have to power it is that they have to like have renewables as like their food source. Like they have to sacrifice their I don't know. They could probably just like open up their abdomen, throw some coal in there, and then just close it up. So then they could just go on.
He's gonna
Unless-
He's gotta have cables and he's gotta have cables on his arms like this. Similar when it comes to muscle structure. Hold on, that looks really wrong. Hold on.
Yeah. But
Okay.
see, there's also got to be like, if you're going steam, like you'd use like generally like you'd have. Well, this guy's very firm, but I always imagine like just a regular guy with like his like the forearm prosthetics are like open and they've got like pistons and stuff like going on as well. I don't know. I thought I'm still waking up. You can tell, chat.
You know what? That is fair. I also was struggling to wake up earlier too, considering the fact that I had a big old nap earlier today. And yeah, that is on me because it was so cold. The first thing I did when we got home is go underneath the blankets of the room and get myself warm and cozy, and then I passed out.
You went blanky mode. You went full blanky mode.
Yep, I went full on blanky mode.
Yep. Yeah, and the first thing that I did as soon as I went to make coffee, my cat Crystal just hopped up on the bench and she was just looking at me like she wants something. Even though I fed her, like it's just.
She's
God.
still giving you the sass? Wait a
She's
minute.
kind of more or less, but oh, what the? What's going on?
Oh,
Hang on, I'll be right back. My dog's going crazy, but.
The doggos are borking. And I done diddly fucked up. Okay, you know what? No, I can make this thing work. 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 It's not the first time this happens, chat. We can make things work. In this house, we fix our mistakes. Sometimes they're happy little accidents and we will just leave them be, and sometimes not so much. It's a...
Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. That was a delivery.
Ah.
Oh.
But yeah.
Okay.
I had a feeling that DMs who actually play out this boy, he's gonna have very heavy on southern accents for sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean, can you honestly blame that? Do you honestly blame them?
That's it. It's got a bit of a southern charm to it. Now,
Yeah.
these arms ain't what they used. Well, these arms, they're always fine-tuned. If you know what I'm saying. Yes, sir. These arms are filled with nothing but pure courage and mighty fine call.
It ain't much, but it's honest work.
It ain't much, but it's honest work.
What are the good chances this one is going to be heavily popular when it comes to certain character interactions?
Oh, I can guarantee you this will be one of them. Yeah. Also, for that, another thing as well, like, steampunk is, like, in terms of, like, the steampunk aesthetic, there's, like, there's lots of, like, early age metal, like, a bit of steel, copper, brass, like, basically metals that you've struggled, like, in the past, especially when it comes to designing armor and whatever.
All right, that's a common occurrence on their element, huh?
Yep. So, yeah, I thought I'd point it out because otherwise, if you end up like coloring it, it's like, oh, why is this hard? And then you just remember, oh wait, it's metal. My least favorite thing.
Yeah, that is true. There's got to be a way for me to actually, I think if anything, I need to, make things simpler for me when it comes to shading and coloring metal, if you will.
Yeah, especially with, with characters like this, you could just like, but it's not just like, oh, we'll just just make it shiny and call it a day. No, there has to be different types of metal. Like, it has to be like either worn or like, like metals that are like very, very patchy with like a bit of rust, but not just rust, but just also like with humidity, like as well. You gotta look at a shit ton of like metal to like.
I know for sure that copper really does have that beautiful bluish green tinge when it's got, but that's when it got oxidized and rust.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super common. Yeah, but as someone who usually works in the warehouse, I've seen different types of like metal. I've seen brass, I've seen stainless steel, I've seen copper, I've seen aluminium, or like a quarter of, or not a quarter, but a fraction of the metal chart.
All right, time for his pipes. That sounded wrong. No, that sounded wrong out of context.
All right.
No,
Then get to work on his pipes.
No.
Get to work on his pipes,
Oh, gosh damn it.
What are you doing, stepsister?
No!
This
God.
is not what I imagined when somebody told me Nui was a metalhead.
No!
Wow, yeah. there's getting pipe, but there's also well, yeah. Let's talk about getting pipe. Anyway,
Mickey, only because you put it in your head. Now you've given him ammo. God damn it.
you know what? It's not like I've slipped up once, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, yeah.
Mm.
Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh. Who the fuck said nuh-uh? Who said nuh-uh? Alright. Dude, oh yeah, I'm stuck. Should I draw or do cyberpunk? Draw or do cyberpunk?
Roll a dice? Or flip a coin?
Alright. Alright, I've got a coin, very rusty not a very 5-set coin. Okay, you know what? Sorry. Okay, heads, cyberpunk. Tails, draw. Heads, cyberpunk it is.
Hey, fair enough.
Yeah? Or actually, you know what? This coin is
Yeah.
like a good reference for, because, hang on, I don't know, probably like turn on, I gotta light, it's so fucking dark.
You know, I just had a
I'll
thought.
quickly turn on my webcam just for a quick second, because I don't think, but the chat won't be able to see my face, but this,
Oh, sorry.
like, if you look at the reflection of it, it's like, obviously it's not aluminium, but it's like a fine quarter, but just look at the shading. Like, there's a bit of grime to it as well, but like it's still shining compared to the other side. Because if you know what, if you're struggling with metals, just look at your coins. Just look at your coins and like the quality of them as well.
Right. You know,
Yeah.
you did raise, speaking of metals, I did not realize what metal I should actually use for this dude. Oh no!
All right. Okay? So
Oh.
he's a working man, right? So his metals aren't exactly shiniest, but they're the most like used and grimy, especially with little very steamy patches, or at least like some vapors
Right?
along his because you know when you boil water, right, and there's steam vapors that are brushing up against the sides of the pot. Yeah, it could probably just have them, but very very faded and oxidized. Well, I don't know. It just depends on like what kind of material, like metals you're going. Because like, way I see him as a bit of brass, a bit of like, a bit of brass, bit of not copper, but just like aqua plate metal or galvanized metal, or at least like some of it.
As long as it's not galvanized.
Yeah.
Just remember, you want a material that can be both flexible but hard.
Oh yeah.
Now hold on a minute. That's gotta be the shortest ad I've got lately, though it's the same one closer for as far as certain game lately. Has it? Huh. Though honestly, Mickey, if you're a metal, if you like metal, what subgenre? Personally, I enjoy folk metal like that, battle lore and pirate metal like Ailstorm. Mine is symphony metal like Within Temptation. They have always been They have been my favorite band ever since I discovered them in the 2000s.
I just, I mean, I do like some of the works that the guy that made this album called Starship Velociraptor. super. I mean, pretty like banger album, by the way.
I think I'll give it a shot and listen to it when I get the chance later. All right, ad break is now over, so we're now gonna go back to our regularly scheduled Warforged boy. Which yeah, I mean, there's a very good. I have a feeling he's gonna be very popular in terms of how I designed him.
Well, he's well, for starters, he's big,
Yeah.
very handsome,
Yeah.
a handsome gentleman, and you know he's got certain affinities that really reflect on the on your female demographic.
I mean, shit.
I'm just saying, you know, because us men get flack for having to do unholy things to 2B. So like why like so why not the same for you know for big metal men?
You know what?
Know what I'm saying?
That is fair. That is fair, and I kind of break the mold in that one for a little bit. Do I? Okay, so let me go ahead and work on that. I may not get the I swear I need proper references when it comes to fiber-like arms over there for the sake of making the coils and wires and whatnot. I know that there's some characters out there that has this kind of trait. It's just that last night I had so much trouble trying to look for them, and I'm really suffering. I'm feeling the suffering.
The pain is setting in.
Yeah? Okay. Alright, now let's work on the detailing when it comes to his suspenders. Okay, no, that's the pipe. That's the hat. There's the clothes, so let's, there we go. I seriously need to figure out what metal would actually suit well for, this boy. So, would you say that, something in the leagues of brass here and there and some, cause, what's the kind of metal you see? Yeah. Oh, honey, hi!
Hello.
Hello? What you doing over there? You finally done, you finally done spreading democracy?
Yeah, I had to take a break.
That's fair. Right now we are...
As for earlier, I also heard you screaming before, like you got flustered.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wouldn't your voice be so kind as to fill me in?
No! No!
Listen, she's making a warforged fella, and she
Yes.
reckons it's gonna be very popular, like one of her very popular
dear.
ones. I mentioned, well, yeah, of course he's gonna be popular, especially with the female demographic.
I mean, he is as wide as a ship brick house.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not helping my case, am I?
No.
Fuck.
All right.
Honey, like you said in the past once before, if you ever make a character, and I'm going to use a female because that's what you specialize in, with a cutting board for a chest and a landing pad for a butt, we know there's been a changeling situation.
I think I did done diddly goof on this one. One of these is, not like, one of these is poorly designed like the other.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
Hold on. I can make this work. 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 There we go. It's gone. It disappeared. It's fine. It's okay. It's alright. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever.
Like, you're good.
He ain't wrong. No, he ain't wrong, Lord Bloth. He ain't wrong at all. But God, that will be one hell of an interesting character challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, make a woman who's not built like a bakery.
You wouldn't want to hit a woman, would you? Whew, that's a woman.
Yeah.
No,
That's
it's just-
a woman.
No, it's a case of company. So you're the one who's been a thorn in our side for weeks now. Who are these losers? We, sir. I'm a woman. Oh.
Someone needs to splice those two dialogues together. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna make the button that is right over there, and yeah, if monster fuckers don't, if this doesn't bring forth the monster fuckers, I know that there's gonna be a certain subcategory out there who would actually would this actually you know, capture some people's attentions.
I mean, hot robots do exist.
This is true. Look at Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now let's try to figure out how we're gonna make the suspenders work. Because, I need a reference for this! Okay, no, I know it's in the other window. I need a farm boy reference with suspenders.
Bomb boy. All right, I got you. Let me just look at.
No, not suspenders. Overalls. I always keep making. Why do I keep screwing over these two? Okay.
You know what?
Okay.
Again, I have never made a slip up at all.
There it is.
Never.
Okay. Okay. Found the overalls. This.
All right. Is the
Okay,
dude
I'm okay.
wearing a shirt,
No.
but he's wearing the overall?
Yes.
Okay, well that's all you need.
Okay. Hold on. I found it in I found one in Pinterest. Okay. Not this one. I will lose my giblets. I need one that's appropriate. I need one that's appropriate. I do not
Yes,
do
saying,
not
you
want
need
to
one
keep
that's
bad
appropriate. You
habits.
need one that's appropriate.
There we
One
go.
that's appropriate.
There we go. Okay.
Oh yeah, he's got fucking. That dude's got swag. Not gonna lie.
Okay. We need a reference right here.
Yeah.
Okay. By the gods, I'm a hopeless romantic when it comes to my boyfriend. Oh, that is so cute. I'm happy for you.
Aw.
Hey,
Aw.
that sound familiar?
Yep. Look, I am as someone who's also a romantic, I am happy for other romantics.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm as blunt as a hammer in that regard.
You're trying. It's a silver star, but you're trying.
More accurate. Oh.
Okay, Angie. We need a box of rocks, right?
I got it.
Okay.
We need a box of rocks right here.
Okay, that's a hydrate. I'm gonna stretch.
Big stretch. Big stretch.
I'm alive. Okay. Now let's try to get these chest pockets right. Yep, we definitely do need to get these chest pockets right. Why is House Gremlin growling? There is no House Gremlin growling. That's just me that when I stretch. Or at least that's one of my many noises when I stretch.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's sometimes there's weird noises, sometimes there's normal noises, and there's some noises that I try my best not
Sus.
to make, that is completely on the sus category.
Well, you just make noises that that no human being should ever make.
I
Kind
sometimes
of like me.
I am whenever I stretch, it's a mixture between both cat and eldritch being noises.
Yeah, but the Eldritch being is doing a big stretch, though. They're doing a big stretch.
In that case, Mickey, there must be another house gremlin lurking somewhere within you.
Look, we have to deal with one. Two of them, on the other hand, is just, it's ridiculous. It's inconceivable. Also, the weather is pretty funny over here, Sydney. Very funny.
How funny are we talking here?
Just look at TV chat.
Okay, I mean, it can't be that bad.
No.
69 Fahrenheit. What? That's
Nice.
a lovely day!
Nice.
Honey, at that
Yeah.
temperature, you still complain about the cold.
Shut!
No, I just I just wanted to point out the funny number, and then I would have just been, I was hoping you would say like nice, because it is a nice number.
Oh, it is
It's
a nice number.
day.
It is a nice
Nice.
day. It is a very nice day. And so much of a nice day that, well, I'm going into a title.
Oh no.
Oh,
Is she okay?
wow. Yeah, I think I've flexed on the fact that like we're still in summer here, and I just wanted to point out the funny 69 number. That's all. Oh,
Hmm.
all right. What's wrong? What's wrong?
What's
What's
up
wrong
with
with that?
me? My nest! Excrement on a nest!
Ness.
What?
We had to because otherwise you would have attracted like different other critters.
But it's full of laundry, though!
We've been trying to do the laundry for days, Gremlin. Let it finish.
No! I refuse to put nest!
Well, how are we supposed? Like, we've got tablecloths here. Like, what are the patrons gonna do? Like, just eat and drink on like dirt on plain wooden tablecloths? Like, that's barbaric.
Not the first time it happened, though.
Well, look, I've been trying out something called a washing machine. It's basically just like, okay, let me show you the design schematics. It's just all it is. It's just an arm and a hand with a rubber glove on it, and it has a sponge attached to it. And the way it moves, it has to be like on a piston, so you just have to like press on the pedal, and it just washes it.
Sure this is a good idea?
I reckon it's gonna take off, like for sure.
Can Excrement ride on it?
No, you cannot ride on it.
Why not?
Hol- Holy shit! I just looked at it. That is the rawest Beyblade battle ever.
Excrement actually hasn't seen this redeem in a while, so...
Alright.
Aw.
Yes. But Excrement is good! Why would you let me go from my nest?
Because it's a sanitary problem. Plus, you're keeping all the clothes that probably haven't been washed for weeks.
But
That's why
But it's warm, though!
it's warm. Okay, but then you know what? All right, you know what? We'll see if we could I could go to the store and see if there's like a pillow or just like a fucking a cat bed or something, or just anything that isn't just like stealing shit from the inn.
Gremlin, stay out of the nest or else it's saltwater time for you. It is done my research. Turns out that creatures of fey magic such as you are such Nah!
Well, how else are you gonna like get rid of stain? Like, can't use regular water. You can't do regular water. You just gotta like You gotta mix in with salt water and a chemical called a conditioner.
I got lots of cotton and bed sheets and pillowcases in case if you don't need them anymore. Would you like them on, Gremlin? Ah!
All right. Do you have one of the pillowcases on you?
Can ask Gremlin actually have 200?
What? No, what? 400?
200!
200.
Yay!
Look, we're gonna have to. Guys, we're gonna have to like do this up because I'm literally cannot. I cannot. All right. Okay. All right. Well, where's she going? Where's she going? Oh, jeez. That's foul. I don't even have a nose, but that smells foul.
I hate all this.
It's alive. How long have you been keeping that?
Yes, and Oscar is gonna rebuild the nest with this because Goliath decided to take the rest.
Again.
It's laundry. We need to prepare for our trip, Gremlin.
Can Oscar become with you with trip?
No.
Oscar promises not to go in the French Quarter or haunted dimensions.
All right. You're gonna need if you're gonna take her, just put her on a leash or like one of the child leashes.
We've tried putting her on leashes before.
Oscarman likes to play the game of chew the leash.
Of course.
And
Of
now
course. It's just.
Oscarman's gonna go back into hole. It's getting cold.
All right. All right. Just go straight into your hole. Go straight into your hole.
But
No
since
mischief.
nobody's giving me what I want, fine. A curse upon me in this house.
Curse? What kind of curse?
Haktua!
Oh, she had to spit on that thing. Jesus. She really had to spat on that thing. Hell.
Hey guys, what did I miss?
You got. Someone gave the Hawk tour.
Dear. Really?
Yeah. All right, and don't worry about the smell. If you smell something, it's like I've already got it. I've got it sorted.
Okay. You know what? That's kind of fair. Okay, so let's see. I'm good. It's good for washing machines too. Enjoy the pillowcases. Gremlin turns into the laundry into another test. Oh, Savage! Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you for 20 months.
Loving the 2024 Tin Man. You know what? I didn't really see the connection.
Wait.
What the fuck?
Cause wait, hold up. Let me go. Okay. Tin Man. Oh my god. Oh my god, I did not notice. It's a very, with the axe and everything. I didn't realize. Oh man, more emphasis on the man than tin, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh my. Holy shit.
Huh?
Okay, so bit of a story. I'm just browsing through, the birds, because X is fucking stupid, and I discover an old news story.
Yeah?
All right.
In Detroit, during the winter, at some point, there was a water vein that broke, flooding some streets within the residential streets within Detroit. Thing is, it was winter, and that night it was sub-zero.
Oh.
Resulting in this.
It can't be that bad.
Oh my lord.
Oh my lord. Oh my gods. Oh no! Let me take a snapshot of this so that way I can share it to chat.
Yeah, that's
It's-
not snow. That's ice.
Full
Yeah.
on ice. Look at this, chat. Look at this.
All right.
Look at this.
I don't know when this happened.
Fucking
Doesn't
Detroit.
say.
Of course it's in fucking Detroit. Whoa. Like imagine just going to work, trying to go to work one day and you're just like, oh shit.
Jesus, no, those poor
Wait,
people.
hold on. Oh, this is recent.
This is recent.
Yeah.
I'm just
it-
seeing the comics, and one from 12 minutes ago sees a video from a similar street.
Dear Lord.
Apparently, it was 7 degrees the night that it happened, and it won't go above that until Monday.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
For all intents and purposes, the people on that street are stuck.
They're fucked. They're basically
Yeah.
fucked.
You're just gonna have to like call into work and just say like, hey, I don't think I'll be able to make it to work. Or why is that? My car froze over. What do you mean froze over? You could just take the ice out. No. You don't understand. When I say frozen over, I mean the tires of my car are below the ice.
Let's see.
The water.
Savage just said, yep, I have conceded to my Great Lakes wife that they got New England's beat on the winter weather. And they got to pull out their ice skates. But,
Yeah.
okay, but, I mean, I know this is an NPC Warforged, but does it really have that, Tin Man vibes to him?
Well,
What?
you know what? I guess, you know what? Consider it an homage, if you will.
Huh.
If you will. Like, you know, no, we ain't doing we're not doing a tabletop RPG of Wizard of Oz here. We're doing Blood and Ichor.
Well, not really, Blood and Ichor. I mean, this is just an NPC that any DM, any DM would actually use for their table. I mean, but I'm still on the fence on how am I gonna proceed afterwards when he's done, when he's finally done. Like, should I actually make him, should I actually put him in an auction so that way people would actually, bid and grab? Or should I just put him in my Patreon and those who sub to me in Patreon has a free asset for their NPCs? I don't know. What do you got? I don't know. I'm still on the fence on how to actually proceed from there.
It's a good question.
It is a really good question. Tin Man has a lot of renditions in media. This is true, and this one is, let's see. The concept of the Tin Man is Metal Man with an axe, so it fits. Oh, almost forgot this one. Okay, so that's a line art, but what do you think?
I'd say it's pretty clean. Like really, like you've got you've nailed the synthetic anatomy of him.
Okay,
Right.
so let's go ahead and thicken up those lines.
Thicken up his pipes as well.
The-
All right, I'll stop.
Yeah.
I'm stopping. Okay, I had to. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about?
I had
There are exhaust ports. There are exhaust ports on his shoulders.
Yeah. Can he turn into a
Hey, did it turn into a tractor? No, but when he has to lift something heavy, his shoulder pipes are gonna like fucking go. Or just like a shit ton of steam, just because you know when machineries are in intense pressure, and especially steam powered ones, like they're intense pressure, like there's just a shit ton of like steam just like building up in those arms and whatever.
Okay, so that's the areas that I will thicken the lines at, and I think this looks pretty good. It's 5'10". I gotta gain that it's in 6, and I gotta make dinner. He looks tonka tough. He kind of, yeah, he does. He does, and in my own fashion, that how I actually depict male characters and the like. And now, I mean,
Look, it's the way she does it. It's the way she makes it.
it's my signature style at this point.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let's put this thing on. I still need to figure out what will his colors be for this one. Oh. So let's try putting him in standard gray for now. And if you say that he's gonna have some brass, where will it be though?
Joints.
Yeah, in the joints, because again, because especially if it's constantly like moving around, there would have just had a bit of chafing, a bit of like nitty and grit. I mean, and it's got like some nitty and grit. He's not the cleanest. Again, he's not the cleanest, but he's definitely got some like wear and tear. He's a working class man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you can go one of two routes. Do you want to make the joints durable so they don't have to be replaced, or make them look good and need to be replaced? I get the feeling that this guy is very much, as the chat said, built tough. So there's not many shiny bits, but there is a whole lot of like old metals and hard metals and such.
I know this looks a little bit on the uncanny end, but making the eyes bit here, so, and we're going to make this one. I also point out that he kind of looks like a Stan from JoJo. Doggone it.
A little bit?
A little
Tin
bit.
Man.
Alright, so I know it looks a little uncanny, so we're just gonna put in eyes temporarily. And okay, what do you think is a nice color for eyes for this guy? Something green, something blue, something a little bit in the gold.
I'm black.
What's the
Okay.
natural equivalent of copper? Like just like is it hazel or is it like? Because you know when some people when they have eyes they have like green with a bits of brown or brown with hints of green.
Copper, you
Is that
said?
yeah, I know. Yeah. But I'm just saying like just for. Oh yeah, copper. So then that way it emulates like hazel-ish eyes.
Let's see.
Hazel eyes. Okay.
Think I may let's see. So let's see. This one is on the copper end, and I know it's not ideal, but okay, we're closing this
least-
one.
Or at
And
least
this
it yeah, it sort of like mimics the hazel eyes, in my opinion. Or at least like if his eyes are like completely like pieces, like metallic pieces.
I was thinking that they actually glow a little bit. A warm orange
alright.
might be inviting. So let's see.
Yeah. Nice green eyes. Green is the color of friend. Green is also color of go, and amber is you could either slow down or you could just push pedal to the fucking metal and just run through the traffic lights.
Okay, so, and we're gonna actually, no.
Yes, I do apologize for disappearing when the house gremlin arrived, but my brother came in and we had to have an important discussion.
Okay. Everything good?
It's fine. It's just a discussion we had to have about our mother's planned visit later in the year.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, maybe we'll just, yeah, maybe that's a slight bad mistake. Okay, So, let's see. We need to actually nail this thing down. So, brass, I'm gonna have to bring the boy out for this so I can actually get his brass colorings.
All right. Get the lad. Get him out here. Ooh.
Okay. Okay, so where do you say that the brass would be? Somewhere in the joints?
Yeah. Somewhere that could be like, because it's not gonna be clean, but it's definitely gonna have like, it's gotta be rough around the joint, especially if it's constantly just having to be moved around and stuff. Just
Okay.
oh man, it's been so long since I haven't seen any worn metal. It's driving me nuts.
Let's see. Well, I could just make some scuff marks as the next best thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like scuff marks. So it's just like where he would usually move. It just has that.
Wear and tear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me also start putting in color into those cables and marks in there, and well, what do you think of this one here for in terms of his what do you think of this one here in terms of the cables, if you will?
They would need some texture work, but otherwise, color's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, think of like cables like you would see in bridges, huh?
okay, I am gonna put in the textures there for in terms of cables, but I don't think this green. I don't think this this color of the steel ain't working. At least for this one. Okay, so okay, so okay, we're gonna have to lighten this boy up. We're gonna have to fix this. I think I need to step away and put the dishes to soak. That's fair. Okay, let's lighten him up. Lighten him up to a little bit. So we can actually balance out the brass and the, So we can actually balance out the brass. But I wonder, hold on, just had a bit of a thought. Okay, so... Okay, that was a terrible idea. Okay. Okay, so, first things first, we're gonna get that back. And I welcome any other DM who actually wants to give this guy give a try. Because I just made a vessel. I've yet to put in a personality and whatnot. Again, this is just an NPC design that anyone is actually feel free to try. Okay, so let's fix that.
I mean, it could literally just be, behold, the town goth has left her house. Bring me the country loving, music loving farm boy. No, let me go! I don't wanna! I'm sorry, the goth girl demands it.
Said the goth. No, not the goth girl! No!
Let's color his overalls.
I'm just thinking, if you're good, we can go to Bass Pro after Hot Topic.
And I think I could put in the brass where his shins up. I think I'll also put in the brass to some of his feet right there.
Yeah, and also a bit of his and some of in his knees as well. But that requires removing the overalls.
Yep. And what will
You
this
know what?
what will this guy's trucker hat be colored?
I'd say, I don't know, what kind of early 18th and 19th century materials that were popular back then, like. Fuck, I don't know.
Mostly things like canvas, polyester.
Yeah, like a poly canvas mix, like.
Oh.
Because especially if it's like across where like the actual cap is, like the brand would be that, and I don't know what I'm saying.
Let's see. Well, I could imagine that the axe and the scarf will also be in the red tone, but hold on. Before we actually would continue further, we're gonna have to do the ye old tradition that is the value test. There's only one way to make this thing work, and that's the value test. Because what we're trying to do is try to make sure the colors actually don't. The colors will have to find. We have to figure out a way to make the colors stand out, while at the same time they don't muddle into each other. And I know that axe definitely needs to be changed. Well, the axe handle definitely needs to be changed.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention like the different shading of metal on the axe, because at the moment it just seems like the axe just sort of like just blends in with the current like base color at the moment. But I don't know. Just a little nitpick.
Well, we are still trying to work with the colors for now, but he's slowly coming together. Slowly.
That's it. Oh yeah. I mean, it was already put together. You just need to like take him apart, study him, and then just put him back. Just like Lego.
But there's a very...
Actually,
Oh, I know. Some of the brass casings will also be over there in the tips of his hair.
yeah. So then that way, if he was a human, he would at least like be dirty blonde-ish. Like.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, yeah, it does. I tried making it black over there, but I think the black cables that extends over there to his hair is much better ideal.
And
Yeah.
it looks incredibly like appealing, especially like considering the period and the setting as well. Because like if you make it too, I mean, you can't make it like very shiny, like he's just fresh like out of the factory, like out of the assembly line.
Okay,
But
so...
Steve, you work with like with heavy machinery, yeah, with different metals.
It's concrete mostly.
Or
but...
I mean, like when if you had a job that you like got around to like different heavy machinery, like there's different types of like
Yeah.
metal materials. I mean, it would probably be like a good reference, especially for
Are you ask? You want me to look through my brain for a metal type?
or I mean, yeah, if you want, or if Miki's having a bit of struggle to nail a certain look of the metal, like it looked like, let's say brass, you know, brass is brass, but like there's different conditions and qualities of brass. Like
Yeah, brass is very acoustically tuned. It's very light, very pretty, but it's also can be very easy to damage.
Yeah. And in my experience, stainless steel is like it's very shiny, there's no stains. Well, obviously it's stainless steel, but very thin pieces can be super sharp. I wouldn't know because I I've had at least like a cut or two from them when I was a metal handler one time, or at least I assembled products that were like metal.
What do you think if I give him brass fingers like this?
Yeah, I guess. I was gonna say maybe the knuckles, because the knuckles are like part of the joints as well.
True.
Like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe the knuckles and the fingertips.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because they are joints. Technically. Plus, it's very because it's also very consistent with like the rest of the character. Because you've already got the brass that's on the shoulders, knee pads,
I'm researching
ankles.
metal here.
Yeah.
So, what do you... Okay, let's put him in a value test. That blue still, I think these overalls definitely need to be changed. Well, in terms of the color, if you will.
Yeah. Could be brighter, or like just
A little bit
brighter
saturated. A little bit saturated? Okay.
Yeah, because it just contrasts
Actually-
with like the metal chromatic body. Because like metal chromatic body with colorful clothings, it's like it's clearly night. It's just night and day.
Aye.
Here's the thing that I just realized after looking it up.
Huh?
Yeah.
Brass is also much more resistant to corrosion, and is also much
Ooh.
more flexible than steel. So making it
Oh.
around certain points that won't corrode, which are going to be exposed to contaminants a lot, such as dirt, grime, such as the fingers, is a smart move. Not to mention the fact that flexibility in the brass could give him a more precise tactile sense of touch in those fingertips.
Huh. So we did kind of struck gold in this one.
Or struck brass.
Brass.
Yeah, but still.
Hold on. Maybe I'm also. I wonder if I should also turn the brass over here to darker then, like where the cables should exposing more of the cables bits right over there. I don't know.
Maybe. Let's give it a try.
All right, let's give it a shot. And let's actually I guess it looks.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I think that looks a little better. What do you think?
I think it looks a lot. I think it pops out a bit more.
It does look very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I think this guy looks pretty good. I'm not sure if I think he could be a little bit of a fan favorite. I don't know, but we did put in a lot of consideration on how to make this thing work.
Yeah. And this is like your first Warforged in your series. Like,
Well,
I mean, not. I mean, in terms of like designing him, like he's the first like Warforged design done for Blood and Ichor.
well, not Blood and Ichor, but for D&D in general. Like, I'm
Yeah.
allowing for any NPC. I'm allowing for any DM to actually make use of this guy for their stories and whatnot. Cause he's meant to be a little bit on the adoptable side, but now I'm also thinking that. Oh my goodness! Corey, hi! Welcome!
Corey, hi!
Raiders, hi! Welcome,
It's a
welcome!
raid.
Hi!
It's a raid. We're designing a metal boy.
Corey, hi! Welcome, Raiders! Welcome into the Paper Plane Inn! I'm Ikata Niue, and we are currently designing this Warforged that I made. Well, ideally, he's an NPC that the people in Patreon voted for, and the people voted that he's going to be a Warforged. So yeah, this is my NPC farm boy character. I hope you like him, and Corey, I hope you actually had a good stream. If you want to raid and run, that's okay, but it's good to actually see you here again. But, so, yeah. Do you think this guy's design philosophy looks pretty good? that is a good metal boy. Aw, thank you. This is my very first time designing a Warforge, and well, I just hope that I'm actually did a good job. He does. Oh, thank you, Corey. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now let's actually use hatching in terms of the scuff marks on his outfit, and see how it actually does well for him.
You know what?
Yes?
It kind of makes sense if he was eventually an adoptable, because it kind of makes sense in the context of like in the context of like in universe as well, because like his Warforged is just a shell. His conscious and behavior is whatever the adoptable, whoever adopts him, can make.
Okay, let's lower the set.
Oh, that grime. Oh, yeah. Extra grimy.
Mhm.
And what do you think we should also put the scuff marks on his on the metal by the hands?
Yeah. The
I
one, like yeah, like in very specific areas that are constantly in motion.
Let's see that. So yeah, I think this is not a bad idea. That every once a month, I will design an NPC that you can actually see in a D&D campaign, and anyone who and these NPCs are free to use whatever suits their fancy, at least until otherwise. But I just want to expand my repertoire when it comes to character designing.
Yeah, and push boundaries of your art skill. In fact, I'm something of an artistic person myself.
Okay, so let's try to give him scuffs onto his it's like we're dabbing this, dab, like you
Dab them up.
like you're using a sponge, and there we go. A Warforged lumberjack. Do you happen to have a lion beast full, an animated creature of hay, and a human girl?
You know what? Hey, man, look, if you're doing a campaign that is totally inspired by Wizard of Oz, you know, more power to you.
And a little dog
Goodness.
too. I mean, he's technically supposed to be a Warforged farm boy, if you will. And
Mm-hmm. Should give him a hoe then.
Yeah. Or hell, you could probably just
wait a
or
minute.
you could be or a is it Sage? I keep
But would you
forgetting
rather
the fucking
if you would rather have him asking questions, then
Dab.
Yeah.
Dab. Okay. Alright, but what do you think?
looking good so far.
Okay. But speaking of Wizard of Oz, it does make me kind of think, what is everyone's favorite character when it comes to, oh shit! Right, it's an ad break. Okay, so, there we go. Oh dear, I need to figure out what to make for dinner tonight. Do I have
There's
enough?
still more. There's still sausage that I could use.
Okay. So we're just gonna fend for ourselves.
If you'd like.
All right, I'm gonna make myself noodles for dinner. But yeah, he's still missing in some areas, but that's gonna be a texture that I'm going to have to work with in terms of shading and rendering, because I know those arms are definitely cable arms for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to make his eyes a little. Do you think his face is a little bit friendly to look at?
Yeah, I'd trust him. I absolutely would trust him. I would, he would be there no matter what. If I needed a wingman on the night of the town, and I don't want any trouble, especially if the people that are going around accusing people like, oh, you're a fae, or are you a vampire or whatever? Like, hey, no. He's just like, no. If you mess with him, you mess with me. All right. I don't know. As from one automaton to another, I don't know. I just have this bond with him. Big robot man and shit.
And now for a better question then. Most likely this question will have to wait until the ad break is now over. Well, I am grateful that, okay, ad break is now over. I am grateful that that I designed them really well when it comes to this. I mean, metals and bunch is something I'm still struggling to work with, but I do try my best. But other than that, now here comes a better question that I really want to say, I really want to ask there in the audience, but wood?
He's not made of wood.
No, I mean, no, not that guy. What, I mean, would you, is he a character where you definitely would say wood?
Mickey, he
Honey,
is not
I'm
made
straight.
of wood. He's a straight up metal man. Stop saying he's wood. He's not wood.
That's not what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying to fucking say.
Dang.
You want someone to fuck the shit out of them.
Is,
Thank you, Fazy May, for the sub.
yeah, thanks.
Jeez.
Thanks
I believe what he's trying to say is clang, 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 get lubricated, get lubricated, get lubricated.
Wait, hang on. I got you. Hang on.
And just in time for Faz to get subscribed on that note, and that's awkward.
Fuck.
Who made that mess? You did, King.
Fuck. Let's see. Poor Mickey is getting flustered. I mean, it's a reoccurring thing here in the Paper Plane Inn.
Yeah.
You know? But at least I know it's not done out of malicious and malicious intent. I hope.
No, it's all fun and games until unless she gets really like starts sweating all over the place.
Let's see. What was the prophetic term for click? I don't know.
Installing in progress. Installing in progress. Installing in progress. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no, what have I done? What have I fucking done? What have I fucking done?
You made a Warforged, that's what you've done.
Oh.
Yes.
And you said he was gonna be popular, right? And I blatantly assumed that he's gonna be very popular among the female demographic for reasons.
I mean, if there's any other female audience in the female audience and male audience in this chat, would you? I mean, would you? Oh, would this be a smash or a pass in your smash, pass, or hug in your perspective? That's a better question.
I'd hug. That's my personal preference.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Let's see. Boy Splatty says smash.
Smash, of course you would. I mean, they don't call you Splatty for a reason.
Jesus Christ.
All right. I'm bisexual.
All good.
You know what? From one bisexual to another, I am happy for you, and I welcome this. Okay, so as much as I want to continue more, I think I'll have to make his eyes up. Do you think copper does suit well for him? I don't know. It doesn't make his eyes
maybe
pop
something
out.
brighter?
We need something brighter. We need to go brighter.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Like, if his eyes are oxidized, it will just sort of resemble like hazel-ish eyes, like.
We need to
with
go
like a little
brighter.
light socket.
Well,
Brighter.
to be fair, the red in the cap and the red and the axe right by his head direct your attention to the head.
Yes, but we need to go brighter, I think.
Maybe green? I don't know. Red, green, or cyan?
Okay, so who to raid? Okay, but what do you think of this one now? Does that look a little bit better?
Maybe.
Alright, let's try experimenting the colors then. Okay, magenta, blue, green. Okay, that's a little bright. Okay. That's neon green. No. I have way too many blue-eyed characters. Or do I?
Bit of green wouldn't hurt. Just to stand out.
There we go.
Plus, green is a happy color. He friendly. He a friendly big daddy.
Friendly. He's a friend. He is friend shaped.
Cause yeah, when it comes to character designing, if you will, the main idea that you have to focus on, the main idea is that you have to make a design where the main focus goes back to the face, if you will. So yeah, I think this will look a little bit better. I'll still fool around with the colors offline, but this is much better.
It's a start.
Oh shit, I forgot to make the scuff marks on his feet. Because those are the
Those
ones
would have the most.
those will definitely have the most wear and tear in there. Even the brass is also affected. Because those are his bare feet.
Yep. He's got them grippers out.
Dab, dab, dab. Okay. Alright. Okay. Dab, 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 dabs. Dab. We're dabbing a lot. We're dabbing a lot. We're
Yep.
dabbing a lot.
Oh, dab me up, bro.
Yeah, yeah, fucking dap me. You know what? One day when I hope to visit you guys in Texas, I expect the strongest dap from you, Steve.
There we go.
That I don't know, but I will give you the biggest bear hug I can.
There
Oh
we
my
go.
god, yeah.
There we go. There we go. There we go. So, what do you think of this farm boy?
He's a boy and he works on the farm
Alright.
and he's a big boy.
He is a big boy. One of my signature styles as Mickey. It's not Mickey without... Yeah.
Without a big boy. It ain't
Without,
a Mikado
someone-
Nui.
It ain't much. Okay, it's time to do the thing. It ain't much, but it's honest work.
Cleaning the innkeeper's pipes.
You see his axe? What do you think he would do with that fucking axe? He's not gonna chop up the pipe. He's a wood cutter.
There's still
Cut
a
the wood
handle
down.
you can use. Besides, he's more than capable of lifting her up on things.
If she wants uppies, then you can ask him if you want uppies, and you would just be like, so, okay, all right. Shadow's asking. Somebody ask if it fit. If it fit. Well, depends on the size. It can be detachable to fit in every size.
It could be modular.
Exactly.
No.
All you gotta do is just lock it, and if you just want to take it off, you could just go
And it's portable.
pop it back on. Lock it and cock it, as I would say.
I am gonna start raiding now. I'm going to not.
Find someone to raid before this
I'm
gets
gonna
worse.
go to Rudy. Let's go to Rudia. Let's go to Rudia. Let's go to Rudia. Let's go to
Let's
Rudia.
raid Runia. Hell
Yeah. We're using the dead Mickey inside because you guys got fucking dead.
You're already dead.
Why
You're already dead.
Why are you the way that you are? Why would you do this? Why? I was trying to end this thing.
It's not. Listen. It's not our fault. All right.
I mean,
It's
yes, it is, but that's
sometimes-
besides the point.
Yeah, besides. Well, does Miki need another nap or a strong drink? Well, probably, I don't know, something after the
I
after
think
the stream.
I'll figure that
Something
thing out
filling.
after this.
Something feeling. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna
that's
call it
between
in.
you and Steve. That ain't.
All right, everybody, we're gonna call it end of stream here. Sorry, this is the last stream for this week. Steve and I will be on a hiatus, and most likely things will be back together in March. So may you all have a good night. May you all eat well and rest well. And I'll see you guys next time at the Paper Plane. Until next year.
Let's go get some food, honey.
Okay, but what if you need your pipes cleaned?
No! Shit! God damn it! Shit! Where are you? Motherfucker! You fucking